Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Dallas County Board of Commissioners voting session. Today is Thursday, June the 5th, 2025. Appreciate everyone who's with us in attendance as well as those that are with us online. We'll start out with a roll call. Let the record show that all commissioners are present except for Commissioner Gaines. Next, we have invocation and pledge. If everybody would please stand. Would bow your heads, please. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the many blessings of life. We ask for knowledge and wisdom to carry out the business of this county. Anything that we accomplish will give you the honor and glory. In Christ's name we do ask and pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Does the board have any announcements? Any announcements from the board? We'll make the announcement to the public that there will be no meeting on June the 19th. The county will be closed on that day. Our next meeting will be July the 3rd. Next up, we have the approval of the minutes. First, we have the minutes of the work session held on May 15th, 2025. Any additions or deletions? Motions?
Motion to approve as is.
Second.
By Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And those are approved 3-0. Next up, we have the minutes of the voting session held on May 15th, 2025. Any additions or deletions? Motions?
Motion to approve as is.
Second.
By Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And those are approved 3-0. Next up, we have the approval of the agenda. I do have some changes to the agenda. Under new business items number 5 through 9, request for treatment court case manager position, request to accept FY 2026 treatment court grant, updated mutual aid assistance memorandum of agreement between U.S. Army Garrison Fort Benning, Georgia, and Dawson County, an FY 2025 Legacy Link contract addendum number 2, an intergovernmental agreement between Georgia Department of Natural Resources and Dawson County concerning a radio system upgrade on the Monument Road site location. With those changes, I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda.
Motion to accept the agenda with the amendments.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And the agenda is approved 3-0 with the changes. No one signed up for public comment in this section? Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Under the consent agenda, we have request to accept Georgia Department of Human Resources grant in the amount of $56,250. Request to accept United Way grant funds in the amount of $5,000. RFP 474-25, Community Risk Assessment Standards of Cover Analysis, Unit Location and Deployment Study and Strategic Plan. The staff recommendation is to reject all offers received and take no further action at this time. Then memorandum of agreement between Georgia Department of Public Health and Dawson County. And then board appointments, Library Board, David Urinal, reappointment, term July 2025 through June 2029. Whit Myers, reappointment, term July 2025 through June 2029. And then ratification of acceptance of FY 2026 Georgia Department of Transportation Federal Transit Administration Section 5311 Transit Contract Funds, $380,000, 50% federal operating funds in the amount of $190,000, and then 50% of local match, and that is in the budget. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Go ahead.
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And the consent agenda is approved 3-0. Next up, we have a public hearing amendment to section 133272 of the County Code of Ordinances related to road dedication requirements. This is the third of 3 hearings. The first hearing was held before the Planning Commission on April 22nd, 2025, and the second hearing was held before the Board of Commissioners today during the work session. So at this time, I'll open up that public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak on the amendment to section 133272 of the County Code of Ordinances related to road dedication requirements? Anyone? Hearing none, I'll close the hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'll make a motion to amend section 133 through 272 of the County Code of Ordinance related to road dedication requirements.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion.
And just as a matter of clarification, you have a resolution for that amendment that's before the board that you would be adopting by that motion.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Kristen, my screen went black and came back. Did that go through? Okay.
And that resolution is approved 3-0. All right. Next up, we will move to zoning. I'll go over the rules for the zoning process. First, we'll hear from the planning director. We'll present the application and recommendation of the planning commission. Then we'll hear from the applicant. Then I'll open the hearing. We'll hear from those who are in favor of the application. We'll hear from those who are opposed to the application. Each person wishing to speak will be allotted 3 minutes per our zoning guidelines. Anyone who speaks will need to sign in and give us your name and address. Also, if anyone has donated $250 or more to any candidate, you will need to fill out a form stating so. So this is zoning ZA 2413. Pierce Reynolds, Georgia LLC has submitted a request to the proper authorities requesting a land use amendment to zone 2.24 acres of property zoned RSR residential subrural to COI, commercial office institutional, construct a professional office building. Property is located at 1072 Highway 53 East, Dawsonville, Georgia, parcel number 093-034. Richard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What we're talking about here is a little over 2 acres. The applicant is present, Christopher Light, on behalf of Pierce Property Rentals, Georgia LLC. This is rezoning from residential RSR to commercial. COI, the office, kind of a light commercial district, to construct a multi-tenant professional office commercial building, approximately 9,600 square feet in size. This property is in the Dawson character area of the comprehensive plan. The request for COI district is consistent with the comprehensive plan. This development would be a significant distance back off Highway 53 with a long private drive. Parking lot and building would be 300 feet or more from the front property line. DOT has reviewed the concept and their staff has provided comments to the applicant and generally noted that the proposal appears to be realistic on the driveway. Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval with one condition. Exterior building materials visible from the rights-of-way shall consist of a minimum of 70% per vertical wall plane of brick, natural or precast stone, stucco, pre-finished colored architectural masonry with a rough-hewn texture, and glass. Accent wall materials do not exceed 30% per vertical wall plane. Accent building materials include, but are not limited to, stucco and thin brick, smooth-faced or painted concrete masonry units, aluminum siding, vinyl siding, and corrugated steel are prohibited. Metal coping and metal framing for windows and doors are acceptable. The applicant has been aware of the DOT conditions, the zoning condition, and at this time, I don't have any additional comments.
Questions for Richard? Thank you, sir. Is the applicant present? Please come up and tell us what you would like to do.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Christopher Light. I'm an attorney in Cumming, Georgia. And I'm here on behalf of Pierce Reynolds, Georgia LLC, Mallory and Wesley Pierce. The owners of the LLC are here with me tonight. This is intended to be a family-operated office space. The Pierces currently operate in a rental building in the city of Dawsonville. And Ms. Pierce is a family estate planning attorney. Mr. Pierce is a general contractor who remodels student housing all across the country in universities. And they just want to have their own space instead of rent. They want to build their own building and have a small family office. They also have a cool concept. Ms. Pierce has a pottery studio that they'd like to go in this building as well. People can come do pottery classes or do some family events type stuff there. And then the intent with the size building that they think will be able to fit would be able to potentially have one other tenant, lease some professional office space. Through Planning Commission and the public hearings, we did have some questions that arose, but I think we were able to go back and satisfactorily answer those questions. In our second hearing from Planning Commission, we did not have anyone speak at that meeting after that. We did get a preliminary review from GDOT, which we submitted all those things to you guys. So with that, I guess I can take any questions that you might have, or if maybe the Pierces might be better to answer, but I'll take a seat. Thank you.
Questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you. All right. So at this time, I'll open up the hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of the application? Anyone? Anyone here speaking? You already did. Anyone here speak in favor of the application? Anyone here speak in opposition to the application? Anyone here speak in opposition to the application? Seeing none, I'll close the hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
I make a motion that we approve the rezone ZA 2413 from RSR to COI. With the-
Second.
With the one stipulation from planning.
Second.
All right. Motion by Commissioner Stowers, second by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And ZA 2413 is approved 3-0. All right, we'll move on to new business. First up, we have consideration of new position of transit manager discussed at the last meeting. That's a grade 21. And if I'm reading this correctly, with benefits, that's $104,551.02. Any other information needed? Motions.
I make a motion to create the new position of transit manager in the amount of $104,551.02.
Second.
And that'll come out of fund balance?
Yes.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that new position is approved 3-0. Next up, we have consideration of request for pay increase for transit drivers going from a grade 6 to a grade 8, and that would be $15.54 an hour. Any other information needed? Motions.
I did have one question
Okay.
for clarity. It looks like, well, I think I answered my own question. I missed this earlier when I was reading it, but the 342768 is per driver, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And there are 6 positions?
Four.
Four.
Come on up, Don.
I know you have some vacancies, but how many, how many positions are there?
I'm the highest paid transit driver in the state. We have 4 transit drivers. They're in our GDOT FDA contract. We have a transit coordinator. So we actually have 5 of it there, but we've all been filling in since we only currently have 2 drivers and a transit coordinator. So there are only 4 drivers and a coordinator, 5 total. This would leave a vacancy. This could possibly leave a vacancy. We would have a transit manager, transit director, transit manager, transit coordinator, and 4 drivers.
But the increased pay is specifically for those 4 driver
Transit
positions.
drivers, correct. And then HR, county manager, and I can work together on what we do for the other 2 employees and the coordinator that are already there. Since we've increased those, maybe we can work to increase those a little bit too, because they'll be close together. But that's correct. And those are included in the GDOT contract that you just ratified. We would just have to see if we can get an amendment done there to increase that pay to help it show to pay the 50/50 grant.
Okay.
And we'll include it in the following year as well.
These are going from 6 to grade 8. That would put them at 1650.
1554.
It will put the 2 new ones at that
Right, because the other one.
amount, and then we would have to look at the other 2 because I have one that's been there 11 years and one that's been there 2 years.
Make an adjustment. to
I would have to, I don't remember what we
Change it.
discussed.
Should be able to.
If any of the existing drivers of those 2 are below 1554, they will be up to the minimum of 1554. I don't believe any of those 2 are currently.
No, we have one that's probably making $18 an hour because he's been there so long, and the other one has been there 2 years, so I think they're okay, is what.
These positions started.
Correct, correct.
Yes.
This would be the new starting salary for that position.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay,
Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
you.
Motions.
I make a motion for a pay increase for the 4 transit driver positions from a grade 6 to a grade 8, putting it at 1554 an hour, starting pay.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next up, we have consideration of resolution of Dawson County, Georgia regarding removal of personal property on the tax digest. Delegation of that authority to the Board of Tax Assessors to remove any item of personal property less than $150,000 in consultation with the tax commissioner, and to annually present to the Dawson County Board of Commissioners a list of personally removed from the digest. And I think did it not also say if it was over $150,000, it would come to the board? In part of that? It was under 150,000.
If it's under 150, they can handle it. I was trying to process how you said it, but if it's more than 150,000, it would come to you.
Correct. Any other information needed? Motions.
Make a motion that we approve the resolution delegating the Board of Tax Assessors to remove any personal item less than $150,000.
And just for the public's knowledge there, that means that personal property is no longer in the county.
Correct.
They're not getting a free ride,
Right.
just so they know. Okay. And then anything over 150,000 would come to us. So motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that resolution is approved 3-0. Next up, we have consideration of changing Board of Commissioners meeting times. With the changes, the work session would begin at 5 p.m. The voting session would start no earlier than 6 p.m. at the earliest, and this would take effect on August 7th, first meeting in August. Any other information needed? Motions?
Can I motion to approve that as presented?
Mhm.
Okay, I make a motion. I didn't know if I needed to repeat it.
No, you can.
Okay, make a motion as presented, to pass as presented, to approve. Good night.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And those meeting times changes are approved 3-0. Next up, we'll request for treatment court case manager position. It's a $40,000 position with $17,329 in benefits, but that is part of the grant, so there's no addition to the county. Any other information needed? Motions?
Make a motion that we approve the treatment court case manager position in the amount of base salary of $40,000 and a $17,329 in fringe benefits.
Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that new position is approved 3-0. Next up, we have a request to accept FY 2026 treatment court grant. That's a $321,442 grant with a $56,725 match. That is already in the budget from salaries. Any other information needed? Motion.
Make a motion to approve the FY 26 drug treatment court grant award in the amount of $321,442 with a local match of $56,725.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next, we have updated mutual aid assistance memorandum of agreement between U.S. Army Garrison, Fort Benning, Georgia, and Dawson County. This is just an update. Any other information needed? Motions?
Motion to approve updating the mutual aid assistance agreement between U.S. Army Garrison, Fort Benning, and Dawson County EMS.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bruce, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next up, we have FY 2025 Legacy Link Contract Addendum Number 2, $20,090 for our seniors. Any other information needed? Motion.
Make a motion to approve the FY 25 Legacy Link Contract Addendum Number 2.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And addendum number 2 is approved 3-0. Next up, we have intergovernmental agreement between Georgia Department of Natural Resources and Dawson County concerning a radio system upgrade, Monument Road site location. Any other information needed? Motions.
I make a motion that we approve the intergovernmental agreement regarding Dawson County Communications Tower at the Monument location with DNR.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Bruce. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote.
Is that what it should say? Okay. Just want to make sure.
And that intergovernmental agreement is approved 3-0. No one signed up for public comment in this section. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.
Oh, we're not moving for the Johns Creek thing? No, we're, okay.
Mhm.